Good day, everyone. It is John from the Worship Portal, and yes, I'm late. I'm aware. I'm very, very late. But it's not my fault. It is not my fault. Ultimately, I had somebody rear-end me on the way home from work. What a fun time. Guys, good to see everyone here. It's good to be live. We're having other issues too. My Mac isn't working. I can't get it hooked up to the computer. That's always fun. But hey, I'm just going to be here. I'm just going to be hanging out tonight. Be hanging out, playing some music, chilling, talking to you guys. Let's get some background music going. Let's keep some background music. How about that? As we're kind of just hanging out and chilling tonight. If you guys have any idea of something fun to do that we could all do together, I'm not against that. But good to see everyone here. It's great to see you all. We got some people in the chat. We got Misty. Good to see you, Misty. We got Chad. Worship God for Life, good to see you from Florida. I mean, we're only an hour late. Yeah, we are only an hour late. Planned to go live at 9, but I had issues with my computer. It's not working. My laptop isn't getting hooked up to my computer. I think I've got a bad port on my new PC. If John wouldn't be out there playing bumper cars, we'd be on schedule. My goodness. Did I brake check somebody? No, I did not. What's up, JJ? Hey, Denali, where are you watching from? That sucks. Yeah, it does. It's annoying. Luckily, hanging out is fun. Okay, no, just a chill night. Yeah, guys, so if you did not know, if you couldn't tell by the title of this, little clickbaity, I think, I'm fine, but somebody rear-ended me on the way home tonight. Guys, if you've been in an accident, if you've been rear-ended, hey, let me know in the chat. Tell me the story. But basically what happened is, shirt is on the way. Good to see you, mate. So is yours. What happened is I was on one of the major routes here in Jersey and just driving along. Somebody was trying to turn into a supermarket and they just stopped in the middle of the road. Now, I didn't have to slam on my brakes or anything. I came to a nice, easy stop. After a second or two, I honked to say, what's going on? Why we stopped? And then just someone slammed into the back of me. Luckily, I have my tow hook on. My Honda has a tow hook on, and it's actually a rather long one. And that was from when I moved out to Indiana, actually. And so what I think happened is I got out of my car and had a look at my bumper. Zero damage. The tow hook was a little scratched. But what I think happened is the tow hook actually went into the person's bumper behind me and hit their frame, I think, because I felt a definite shunt. It was pretty firm. But yeah, but the tow hook went through their bumper, and my bumper's just fine. So I don't think there was any damage to my car. I'm fine. But yeah, kind of annoying for them. Broke your leg. JJ, tell me the story. Watching from New York. Good to see you, Denali. I'm right next door. I'm in New Jersey. I've had an accident or two. Chad, I mean on the road, not on the racetrack. I'm assuming you've had accidents on the racetrack. Glad to hear you're okay. Yeah, I'm fine, guys. There's no concern. No concern. If you want to donate to my relief fund, my Patreon's right down below me. Donate monthly to my recovery from the world's mildest accident. Had them on the road also. Flipped a truck 3 times once. Man, what were you doing, Chad? You're saying I'm playing bumper cars here. I think you were. Oh, man. What a night, though. What a night. One like equals one prayer. Please, let's get me up to 1,000 likes. That means 1,000 people are praying. I was going to church and I was driving through a green light, and this guy ran a red light and slammed. Were you T-boned? That's not always fun. Man, that's terrible. Guys, let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes. That would be nice. Yeah, but as well, guys, we're having issues with the computer too. Like I just mentioned before, my Mac is usually hooked up to my PC, and I think the port on the PC is dead or something. Maybe I've just got to reinstall the driver. I don't know. I haven't owned a PC in a long time. And yeah, my Mac is just not talking to the PC. My wife's Mac isn't either, so I checked that one. Replaced every cable. I've put it down to the PC. Something annoying going on there. Just, yes, it hurt. I can imagine, but you broke your leg. I've only broken ribs. That's all I've broken in life. I was playing a game of football. Yo, Jalen. Good to see you, mate. How are you doing, Jalen? Needs update, probably. I just did an update to the software. I don't know how to update the driver, to be honest. I haven't had a PC in so long. It's been literally since 2008 since I've had a PC. Glad you're doing okay. Thanks so much, Donaja. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I broke my ribs playing football. I was chasing down the fastest guy on the opposite team, dove to get his flag. It was flag football. Grabbed his flag and landed straight on my side, and we were playing indoor, and it was barely any AstroTurf and then concrete. And I broke 2 ribs on the left side, 1 on the right side. Went to the doctor. She confirmed they were broken, and I said, what do we do? And she said, nothing. You can't do anything for ribs. It's just, you got to let them heal. Because they need to expand, so you can't put them in a cast or anything, but that was always fun. Breaking ribs hurts to breathe. Yeah, seriously. I remember laying down on bed, on my bed, and I sleep on my back. And I remember just laying there, and I could not sit up. For the life of me, could not sit up. Like, you couldn't have paid me to sit up. There's no way it was happening. I had to like roll off the bed. Ouch, yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. Who else has broken something? Tell me, guys. Hey, guys, this is my first just hanging out stream. Am I doing it right? I don't even know. I've never done a just hanging out stream. I don't really know what people do besides just chat. But that's what I'm here for, guys. I'm here for you. Thanks for you guys for supporting me, for chatting with me tonight. Definitely not the stream I wanted to do tonight, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm doing good. I've been packing, so I haven't had a lot of time to do anything. Really just hard, just work and church, and today's my last day at this job. And this Sunday's my last Sunday at my church. Man, that's frustrating, man. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to have your last day at church. I've had a few of them, unfortunately, in life, but there's always beauty in the next role, in the next place. And God will use you, man. I know that. BRB, good to see Truth. My list is too long of things I've broken. We'd have to kind of time. Chad, which is the worst? Which is the worst? You could watch all the TGM covers. Actually, I can't, Truth. I was just saying. We can listen to them, but I can't watch any because my computer is not talking, my Mac is not talking to my PC. And that's the usual way that I get covers. Like if I go to it now, look what you see. This is what you see right now. That's it. This is my usual computer you would see. Isn't that beautiful? Doing amazing. Thank you so much, Denali. Seems like you're doing a fine job. Maybe I should do more of these just hangout streams. I actually needed to just hang out with you guys. I've had a rough few weeks. It's been one of those, I was telling Truth on his stream the other night. It's been one of those kind of downer times where being creative is hard, you know? So it's kind of tough. Kind of tough to kind of be in the mood sometimes to do content, but you guys make it all better. These streams are the best part of what I do here. Where are you going? Yeah, that's a good question. Jalen, where are you going? Recently fractured my foot. Doctor said it was going to be in the boot for 6 weeks, but God miraculously healed my foot. Amen, man. Those boots are not fun. My wife had one for a while when she broke her ankle. Said she hated it. I've been around about 5 people who've tested positive for COVID in the past 2 weeks. Just starting to find out. That's fun. My church is having a little outbreak, but I think I'm good. That's good, man. I had COVID. I think twice, but I had it at least once. So did my wife. It was not fun. We're both vaccinated now. Pfizer for the win. It's amazing how people are like, oh, I'm Pfizer, I'm Moderna, mine's so much better. It's a vaccine, relax. Glad you're okay, brother. I've broken my ankle sledding in ice when I was 10, that's all. I'm lucky enough not to have broken anything crazy. I've just broken a couple ribs. A lovely black screen, yep. Yo, Ultimate Emperor, good to see you. Ribs are bad because breathing hurts and just sitting hurts. Yeah, you're absolutely right. When I broke my hand, I re-broke it several times because I would just try to use it. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, that when you break your hand or your fingers, it's like the worst break you can have because it's like, because you can't help but move them. They just move by themselves so much. I've heard that. Dude, for real. But you won second place. I did win second place. When I broke my ankle, it made it hard to get around. I can imagine that. Where am I going? What do you mean, where am I going? Truth, clarify that statement, please. Where am I going? I'm not going anywhere. Not going to the hospital, that's for sure. Nothing really happened with my car. They all have their own things that are the worst. Yeah, I could probably see that. Like I said, I've only got my ribs to really base that on. I'm going to Tampa, Florida, to the river. That's right. You were telling me about that. School of worship they offered for 3 years, just seeing what God wants me to do, flowing with the Spirit. Hey, man, you're a good age to go get that done. You're a great age to go get that going and figure out what you want to do. It's really cool. Dislocated my kneecap. Out of all dislocations, I feel like your kneecap is probably one of the most painful. I actually saw, so coming from Australia, the big sport in Australia is Australian rules football, and those guys are tough. And I saw someone, I think it was Darren Cresswell, played for Sydney. He dislocated his kneecap, and he literally just sat down and smacked it into place right on the field. There's a beautiful shot of it. You can find it on YouTube. But that was always fun. That was always fun to see as a kid. You said you were leaving your church. No, I was leaving church tonight. Just leaving church, coming home. When that happened, I was leaving church, coming home. I was almost home. It was like a quarter mile down the road, if that. My church is in Greensboro, North Carolina. Yep. I see a lot of people moving to North Carolina, and you're moving away. Look at that. Oh yeah, my kneecap's had a problem staying in place. Not fun. Yeah, I've had a couple of friends that have had that the kneecap just kind of pops out on its own, like just when walking and stuff. I've heard about that. That's got to be really annoying. Same here, struggling on creativity. Tough few weeks emotionally. Of course, there are worse things. Yeah, but it's hard to stay motivated when you feel like you're getting older and your progress is slow. I think it's more for me, it's just like sometimes the pressure of getting stuff done for the channel and the pressure of being productive versus being creative for me is kind of the struggle where I get. Like I mentioned in that latest poll that I put on my channel, which thank you guys for voting in. I'm assuming everyone here did. There were over 300 votes. I feel like I've only been doing songs that should be done, or like the popular songs, so I can grow my channel, as opposed to songs that I love, right? And I should be focusing more on the songs I love versus like what's expected, and then that's going to help the channel to grow. So I'm trying to figure out that balance, and just been a little bit of a rut over the past couple weeks. I've started the next song, but yes, it's slow going this month, unfortunately. What's up, Shlomo? Let's light this menorah. Chris, that's good. I've done that also. Pulled it back and replaced myself. Yeah, pretty bad. Goodness, dude, I'm sorry to hear this. Yeah, no, it happens. It happens, man. Couldn't walk for 2 months, man. CJ, you're only as old as you feel. I try to stay busy and don't think about my age. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm only 33. And I feel like I'm getting old. I feel like I'm too old for this YouTube shtick sometimes, you know? YouTube's a young person's game. Yo, Nat, good to see you, though. Greensboro, I'm from Morganton, and we're moving to Florida. All right. I feel like Florida would just be way too muggy for me. Jersey is muggy enough for me. 2 years ago in high school, we're practicing choreography for show choir, and during the cardio warm-up, he dislocated his knee. That can't be fun. Even if he was a bit weak, I put a brace on it just to be safe. Yeah, that makes sense. Best friend did, not me. Oh, your best friend, yeah. Do what inspires you, John. Yeah, that is the overwhelming. Let me see what rating I got, because it was pretty overwhelming. You know, it was pretty overwhelming. So I am on my channel. If you guys don't vote on my polls on the community section of my channel, what you doing? But I put one out there that got almost 300 votes, and this is basically what I said. I said been a lot, and I would show this to you, but like I mentioned, my PC's acting up. Been a lot on my mind lately, fam. Recently, I found myself choosing songs that I think will do well, rather than ones that mean a lot to me or that I love. I feel like this is making more of a grind than the channel should be. In fact, I've only chosen one song because I've loved it, which was Here Again, and it's one of your favorites. In order to get the spark back, which option would you prefer me do? Poll is super important to me. The first option, which got 66%, was choose more songs that I love. I also had on there do original takes rather than exact copies, upload more varied videos like gear reviews and reacting stuff, and then also focus on making less instrumentals and more on equipping leaders. So which one of those vote? Whoa, open there. Excuse me, guys, my light just fell. Be right back. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. First somebody rear ends me. Then my computer doesn't work properly, so I can't do my regular stream. Then my light falls. Man, Satan's trying to get a hold of this stream tonight. Satan doesn't want us to hang out, guys. Let's prove him wrong. There's my Patreon. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. Where are we up to? I got lost. Dude, I'm 41 next month. Don't give me this 33 and old. I feel old. I'm not saying I am old. I feel old. I have dentures for goodness sake. Almost 43, Misty. You don't look it, Misty. You're right, Chad. Just frustrated because I'm trying to improve for 27 years, and some days I feel like giving up. Misty, we all... CJ, we all feel like that, doll. Mentally, I'm in my 20s. Yeah. No more accidents. Poor John. John broke it again. I didn't do it. I didn't break anything. Yes, Misty, not today, Satan. Get out of this stream. You're not welcome. I'd love to see a couple original takes, kind of like what the Worship Collective do. I've been thinking about doing that more. Like, actually, this next song coming up is going to be more of an original take. How would you guys feel, and I want you to be honest, how would you guys feel if instead of doing 2 exact copies a month, I did one original take of a song per month? That would still be, you know, relatively close to the original, but it might have my own little lead part in it or my own kind of take on the song, because that takes a little longer to do your own original take. But then also did more of other kinds of videos, whether it's equipping, whether it's talking about gain staging, whether it's kind of showing you how to use these tracks and stuff like that. Would that be an exchange you guys would want to make? Fewer exact copies of tracks, but I think better tracks. Because of course I can record songs a lot better than the actual original artists do. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I found the most enjoyment in my singing while I'm just doing what I want. Don't strive for perfection. Do what I can and move on. Yeah, that's tough for me, Chad. Like, my general feeling on production is I want to get as close to the original. That's just where I've been, is I want to get as close to the original as I can. I don't know. I just don't think that is sustainable long term. Also, it's kind of I've been thinking that it's kind of useless, Because why would people pay $10 for my tracks a month, right? Or $10 each, or however you want to do it, when they could just get a multitracks.com subscription and get all the original tracks from the original artists, like thousands of tracks for like $100 a month, right? It's just like, I feel like I've got more to offer than just copying other people. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? I feel like I've got more to offer YouTube and this community than just doing an exact copy of what Elevation or whoever do. I feel like that makes sense to me. Does that make sense to you? Let me know if that makes sense to you. That'd be awesome, Nat. Love it. Do it. I'm okay with whatever you put out. I would dig that. Would help get the creative juices flowing, and I think you enjoy it more. Yeah, that's I think ultimately that's my main purpose in trying to make this change, in that I want to enjoy what I do more. I feel like it was becoming too much of a grind. Like, I was just doing the content to do the content because there were expectations, and then throw in Patreon on top of that. You know, I've got, what do I have? 208 patrons right now that are kind of expecting 1 or 2 tracks a month. And I would rather have fewer patrons that are supporting me in the worship portal and kind of the vision and mission for this YouTube channel. I'd rather have people that are supporting the worship portal in general than people that want content. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference there. I feel like I want people that are kind of bought in, as opposed to, here's some money so I can get something back. Right? That's what I want more. I think I want to build that kind of community on Patreon. And yeah, I think it'll take longer to grow that way, but I think it's more sustainable for me to do it that way. Good with whatever, Jalen. Yep, love it. Sounds great. I think I mentioned in the comments of the poll, but as long as you explain where to come in. CJ, my multi-tracks have cues on when to come in and all that kind of stuff, which is the $10 tier on Patreon. But maybe I can make a track like that available for my other ones. I don't know. Maybe. I get what you mean by that, John. I got to come in the place and then I'm going to do it however way I can to move. Oh, I read that one. Makes sense. Good. Something that's helped me is the mantra of don't let perfection get in the way of good. I often get stuck trying to make my work perfect. And Nat, you're telling me, like, with graphic design especially, like you and me are pretty similar there. I always spend way too long on things just trying to make them perfect. And I just don't think that's one, sustainable, and I don't think that's healthy, right? That's not a healthy mindset to be in. Like, you want it to sound good. You want it to sound good, but you don't want to spend, like, I find myself spending way too much time on these tracks sometimes. Champion, I get really upset when people steal Champion. Like, people steal all my tracks. But when I hear that someone has stolen Champion, I get really upset because that song took me so long to do. That is the most complicated song I've done, even more than So Will I. That was so complicated to do. It took me so long. And I just don't think it was worth it in the end because, one, people don't really like it that much. Or maybe the views don't show that. I enjoy the creation and recording of my own take on it. I'm not doing it for perfection, but using what I have to create what I can. Yeah, that's a good call. Like, I feel like God's called me to not copy, but to create. That's why I want to get more writing done. I miss songwriting a lot. I want to do more of that. So all your songs going forward will be watermarked from now on, correct? Because I had to explain to my friend why you did it. He's not happy about it. Ah, Jalen. Hey guys, I have a second channel called the Worship Portal Plus. Go over there. You can see my recent post about Mr. Entitlement. But that's why, because people keep stealing it. I'm sorry, but people keep stealing my music, and I don't like it. They can be as upset as they want that I watermark it. It's $2 a month to get all my songs. $2. If someone's complaining about $2 a month, they need to reconsider. Think of it as a tithe to the worship portal. How about that? I have the same issue, the content for the sake of content, but recently I bought a DistroKid account to get my music on streaming services. Inspired me to create. Yeah, Chris, I saw your comment on that video on my second channel. That sounds like a really cool thing to do to get your people involved. I like that a lot. Jalen, tell your friend to go over to Spotify and listen. Yeah, there's Spotify too. Spotify's free. Go stream it. And people have no excuse to steal this. No excuse. I've had the same discussion several times with a friend of mine about video production. He would take months and months to produce a video and people would forget about it. Yeah. It can be tough to just have the motivation to finish. In fact, I just recorded a track in like 10 minutes because of that, a few minutes before he started today. Guitar Rabbi, hey Chris, I'd love to hear it. Post it on the Discord, mate. I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat. Post it on the Discord. We can still listen to music, even if the video is not working. You dwell on the tiny things that no one would notice. Oh, my wife tells me that all the time. Chad, my wife tells me that all the time, that I listen to songs way too much and I dwell on all the little like tambourine hits that no one's gonna care about. I think it'll be fun to hear your take and have them be unique. Yeah, no, I agree. And I think maybe something special can happen from it. Maybe this will encourage me and inspire me to start doing some more covers, and then you guys can critique my covers just like I critique yours. Give me those two out of 5s. I spent 5 hours animating all the hover icons to wiggle and the client didn't even notice. That's true. People have no idea, especially when it comes to graphic design. That's why I'm kind of happy I'm not in the graphic design role anymore. I just got so frustrated with like all these little things that make like a website or something special, and they just wouldn't even notice. They'd be like, "Oh, that looks fine." You love Champion? Thanks, Jalen. I love it too. It's one of my favorite ones that I've done. It's one of my favorite songs, not only just as a song, but like I think it sounded really good. Like there are some that I'm not very happy with. There are some of my tracks I'm just not really happy with. Sea of Victory is one of them. I'm just not very happy with how that came out. But Champion, Battle Belongs, I'm super stoked with how those ones came out. I really liked them. The whole perfection and expectation things drives me nuts. I get reminders when people quote the Bible, Psalm 3:13, play skillfully. Yeah, playing skillfully, 1000%. But there's a difference between playing skillful and striving for perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. Saw that video and you're right. Yeah. But what if your best skill is not meeting perfection or expectating? Songwriting, yes, do that. I miss songwriting. Your best skill doesn't need to meet perfection. I think what makes us different as people and worshippers is our flaws. It's like, what was it? Was that what's that Robin Williams Android movie? What's it called? I'm usually much better than this with movies. Maybe I've got a concussion from the accident. Who knows? What's that Robin Williams robot movie? It's killing me. But the doctor that helped him look human said that the key to looking human and realistic facial features is imperfections, and I think that's what makes us different. As leaders, like the imperfections are what make us unique and are what make us sound beautiful together, especially. Like think of a choir. If everyone's sang perfectly, it'd sound boring. But it's the imperfections that bring color and character to it. Don't be sorry. Do what you have to do and protect yourself and your music. Yeah, agree with that. No excuses. It's just not nice to steal someone's hard work. Agreed. I like to think I don't let that get to me, but it just gets annoying sometimes, you know? Like when the same people, when I go to a YouTube channel, because I get a notification from YouTube that they've stolen one of my songs, and I see like 7 of my songs on there, that really like annoys me. It's like, it gets to me. Like, why do you think so little of what I do? I remember the very first time YouTube, I think the very first time YouTube gave me a notification, it was from a channel called, I remember, Guitar Dreams. That was his channel, Guitar Dreams. And he had stolen 7 of my tracks and uploaded them with his own lyric videos. No credits, no remorse, nothing like that, right? He uploaded all 7. I contacted him, and I'm not always this nice, but I contacted him and said, yo, man, you got to take those down. They're my tracks. You didn't ask permission. You didn't buy them. And even if you did buy them, you can't use them like this. There are licensing restrictions. And he was just kind of a jerk about it, to be honest. He was like, well, whatever. They're on YouTube. They're free. I'm going to keep them up. So I copyright striked all 7 of those videos because he would not take them down. And YouTube ended up sending him an email saying that in the next month, we're going to delete your channel. And that was the very first time I found someone stealing my music. And like, while it sucks that you caused someone's channel to be deleted, ultimately they did, because they stole your music. They were ungrateful. And it just kind of, it got to me, right? It's like, how can you steal? And those videos had hundreds of thousands of views. His channel exploded by like 2,000 subscribers since uploading the first one of my tracks. So he was like, oh, I've got 2,000, 3,000 subscribers or whatever. And and I'm sorry, man. They're mine. You stole my subscribers. You were telling people that they could actually use those tracks in their own covers that wasn't yours to give. And it's just like, come on, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating when people steal it and are so cavalier about it. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Let's get back to tracks. Let's get back to comments. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm terrible at this just chatting thing. I feel like I'm terrible at this. Yo, Nick and Grace, tell me who's there. They pay $10 or so a month for their streaming service to get music, but they complain about $2 a month. Yeah, $2 a month, less than a cup of coffee. And I could be full-time doing more of these tracks and all this kind of cool stuff for you guys, but no, $2 is too much. I think you should do a monthly challenge, put a song out and we all cover it. I'm not saying do a mashup of it, but it'd be cool and neat to see different takes on the same song. That's interesting. I know Truth does that. With his jams. I actually might be thinking about doing one of those jams, just so you know. But he does it for electric guitarists. Might be interesting. Might put some thought into that. It's a fun idea. Yeah, I agree with that. Some churches have high expectations. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Siege, you'll never reach perfection. That's why you get to the next level, and then you find new things to pick. Yeah, that's very true. I enjoy songwriting. I've been working on a song called Surround Your Throne, but I'm flowing with the spirit. It has to do with the throne room. Cool, man. Like to see it. Guys, if you want some nice watermark-free background music, head over to the Worship Portal Spotify. Yeah, guys, that's what we're listening to right now. We are listening to the Worship Portal on Spotify. This is the playlist called, let me just find it, Worship Portal Instrumentals. Every time I put out an instrumental, I release it on Spotify and Apple Music for you guys to listen to when you're on the go, in the car. And this is a great way to do that and support the channel because I get 0.00007% every time someone streams it. Sorry, that was really weird. How about this? Put a sample of each track on YouTube. And if they want the full track, they have to get a Patreon subscription. Yeah, I can see that. I thought about that. I thought about doing that, Chris. I think that was one of the things that it may have been you that brought up on my poll a while ago when I was figuring out what to do here. I like the idea of having the full song in the male and the female keys because I feel like a lot of people like that. And just watermarking them. I feel like just a sample wouldn't give the idea of the whole song. I don't know, I might be wrong. I'm willing to be convinced. I'm thinking about kind of switching up a whole lot of things with the channel in the next couple months, guys. I think everything's up for grabs. Like I want to put stuff out that I'm proud of, and I want to put stuff out that I enjoy and that is sustainable for me and my family. Like, I don't want to spend too much time here in my studio doing these tracks and, you know, ignoring my wife and stuff. Not that I am, but I don't want it to get to that point, you know? It's what you're supposed to be doing, just chatting. Yeah, Misty, I think I'm just annoyed. I think I'm just annoyed. Like, I'm bad at interacting with the chat. I feel like I'm getting to these chats and these messages like minutes after they were sent. But yeah, I feel like I'm bad at this. You got rear-ended today. Hey, Anthony, good to see you. What a coincidence. I rear-ended someone today on my lunch break. Was it me? No. It was, for those that have just joined up, it wasn't a huge deal. Someone stopped when they were turning right into a supermarket, and then I slowed down to a nice easy stop. I didn't slam on the brakes or anything. The person behind me obviously wasn't paying attention. Smacked into the back of me. Luckily, no damage to my car because I had my tow hook on, which was probably about a foot out from the back of my car. Luckily, because that went through their bumper and I think it hit their frame in the front of their car, because I felt a pretty decent shunt, but there was no damage to the back of my car. Zero. I'm gonna take it to a guy to have a look at, but yeah, there was like no damage. So very lucky, very blessed there. I hope you're doing all right, Anthony. Hope there wasn't too much damage to your car. It's Nick here at the moment. Glad to see you online. I was wondering why the stream came in a little late today. Well, I just told you. I got into an accident on the way home from work. See, if I was full-time on YouTube, I would be at work, and I'd be able to stream on time every single day. That's why Patreon is so important. I listen to that from time to time. Oh, the Spotify playlist. Yeah, it's nice to just have it on in the background. Just, if you could all just play it all the time, maybe those 0.0007 cents would add up after a while. I got the exact same issue, completely understand. Oh, to Jalen and songwriting. I have trouble like finishing songs. That's my problem. I have problem finishing songs. Off to bed, John. Many blessings, and I'll be in prayer for you. So the Lord helps you figure these changes you're going to make for the channel as well as the car problems. Yeah, appreciate it, mate. Thank you, man. So what are you going to do about the tracks that are not watermarked? So that's the tough thing, Jalen. I've been thinking a lot about what to do with those. It's tough because my initial instinct is I want to take them down. Well, not take them down, just like unlist them and upload new ones in just 4 keys like I do now, and watermark them. The problem is, you know, let's take Waymaker, for example. If I take down all 12 Waymaker tracks, that's, I think, over 1 million views that my channel just loses. And I'm not sure I want to take those views away. It's not just a number. It helps YouTube know that, like, this is a channel that people watch, right? I'm not sure I want to do that. I don't know. I'm debating. Do you have an option? Guys, what should I do for my songs that are not watermarked right now? People are still stealing them. What should I do? Can I private them and still keep the views? No, Nat. I tested that. I took down some of the old glorious days that I did a while ago, and I lost about 120,000 views. I could see it in my analytics. Thanks, man. My front got pretty badly damaged. I can still drive it. Good. Didn't have to tow it anyway. Yeah, that's always frustrating. Streaming on time every time is such a dream. Try running church lives perfectly every time. Tech is such a weird thing. You know, believe me, I know. Part of my job right now is handling all the tech at my current church and all the streaming stuff. And we had issues this weekend, yesterday, and just, yeah. I know church tech is not fun. It is fun, but it's also can be very, very frustrating. Also signing off. See you guys next Monday, hopefully. Thanks so much, Siege, for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. David Bowie said, always finish a song no matter what you feel about it. Sometimes I've got 5 or 6 going at a time because I start one and then go into the next. Yeah, that's what happens to me too. But yeah, that's interesting. Just do it. Just finish it. Yeah, I was going to say, can you private them? Yeah, I can. Well, the difference is I could private them or unlist them. Private them means no one's going to be able to see them, but I kind of still want some people to see them from time to time. Leave the current songs up. Consider them down to God, sown to God, and just let what happens with them be. But protect yourself with the watermarks going forward. Yeah, I think ultimately that's what I'm doing, Chad. I'm not really going to bother with them, with the older songs. Like Waymaker, for example, it's got 1 million views over like all 12 keys added together. So I'm very grateful for that song and what it did to my channel. And, you know, people stealing it over and over and over and over again. Ultimately, they helped grow the channel. So, yo, Anthony Teague, $2 on Patreon. Thanks so much, Anthony. Appreciate it, mate. Guys, let's get some hearts in the chat for Anthony, helping to support the channel long term with $2 a month. Anthony, you are number 209. Let me just update that for us here. Bro, thanks so much for the $2 a month on Patreon. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. Josh Harris, yo, yo, yo. Good to see you, Josh. Where are you watching from, mate? Waymaker brought me here, so it brings the riff-raff. Also, yeah, it's true. Maybe it's not a great thing. The best is still yet to come, John. Keep moving forward. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, this is the struggle that I'm having, Nick, is that... you did say it was Nick, right? I'm losing it. Just follow Creative Portal. Ah, thank you. Yes, Nick here. All right. Yeah, here's the Arizona. Love it. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate you, Anthony. Yeah, so this is the struggle that I'm having in that I believe the best is yet to come. But I don't want to alienate I don't want to alienate the crowd that subscribed up until now. In that, if I just change my stuff, like I feel like a good chunk of the 30,000 almost people that we have subscribed to the channel are subscribing because they get all 12 keys of every song that I do that are done to a pretty high standard. And they can download them and do covers and send them to their worship teams and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, even with the current changes that we have, Earth's oven, it's true. I've heard Arizona is very much like Australia, so that would feel home to me, I think. You know, but I feel like I've already alienated a good chunk of my 30,000 people purely by making the change from doing all 12 keys to just now uploading 2 female, 2 male, and the original with however that falls, 4 or 5 keys of each song. I feel like I've alienated a good chunk of them already. Maybe not a good chunk, maybe just some. And this is my fear, guys. I'm gonna be real with you right now. Like, I have a lot of fears about like this channel and, you know, changes that I make alienating like you guys or people that like the more casual subscribers. But I feel like if I make the change to go down to just 1 track a month and do it in my own style, that's not as it's not as close to the original. I feel like that's going to be alienating people even more. And you know, this channel's never been about subscribers to me or, you know, like numbers and all of that kind of stuff. You know, but I want this to be a community. Like, this community's done a lot for me. Unknowingly, unwillingly, but it's done a lot for me personally. And, you know, I want to be able to pour into that. I want to be able to build that and do things that a lot of you are going to get value from and a lot of you are going to enjoy. So I'm struggling with that side of it, but also there's the performance, like get it done, hustle side of it. I don't know. That's where I'm kind of getting hung up. It's literally just Australia minus some of the animals. That's what I've heard. I think 4 or 5 keys should fall into most everyone's range. That was the logical side of it, Chad. That yes, you're absolutely right. If when I went back and looked at, like, I made a video about it. If I went back and looked at some of these tracks. Like, I think I looked at, you know, What a Beautiful Name and Oceans and a few of the larger tracks. What you found is that the keys that I'm now uploading, like if I was to do What a Beautiful Name, the keys that I would have chosen were up at like 10, 20,000 views. But the ones that wouldn't have made it only have like a couple of hundred views. So it made sense that I don't do it now. But I feel like this channel was becoming known as the channel that uploads all 12 keys. And that's kind of what I started this channel, not started it, but that's what the initial vision when I made the change to be the worship portal was to release all 12 keys, and it's for everyone to use and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to be a resource. I think in doing it that way, I became too unprotected of a resource, if that makes sense. I think I was trusting people a little too much. I'll say that. I think it'll be fine, John. I wouldn't worry about everyone like that. It's the pastor side of me, I think, Chad. I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's the pastor side of me that always wants to not alienate people and to just kind of include everybody and all that kind of stuff. Do what God's leading you to do and it'll be all fine. Yeah, mister, you're absolutely right. Think about longevity. If you're going to do this for the next 15 years, then slightly tweaking after a few years isn't going to affect who's still supporting you in the future. It's a good call. It's a good call, Matt. Yeah, it's a good call. I appreciate that. Now is the best time to change. Isn't that what they say? If you're going to change, the best time is now. Not in the future. Yeah. Hey guys, what did you think about this just chatting night? How do we feel about it? Should I do more of these? I enjoy this. I enjoy getting to know some of you guys and just chatting about life, about ministry, about YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Is this interesting to you? If so, I'm happy to do more of these if you want. Have something, because I'll be honest, every time I come on stream, I always have something planned. I wanted to have, you know, these tracks that I'm going to show, or we're going to talk about the blessing track, or I always have like some kind of framework in my mind. But today, because of everything, I just wanted to chat with you guys. I just wanted to like see what you guys thought about certain things. Like, I really didn't have any agenda. So I just wanted to I want to try one of these just chatting streams. And I think I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. Yes, I get that there are lots of considerations. We've had some of our videos stolen too. Oh, that's always rough when it involves the kids as well. Man, rear-ended. Yo, Nate, good to see you, mate. Yeah, the Honda, it did. So here's basically what happened for those who have just joined up. Yo, God's glory. For those who have just joined up, yes, I did get rear-ended this afternoon on the way home from church. Wasn't a huge deal. Someone was turning right into a supermarket. They stopped when they should have turned right, but they just stopped. The person in front of me stopped slowly. I stopped nice and easily, didn't slam on the brakes. Person behind me wasn't paying attention and whack right into the back of me. We pulled over. I look out. The back of my car is absolutely fine. I think the tow hook, which is about a foot long, extending out the back of my car, went through their bumper, hit their frame inside the car, and I felt a shunt, but my car's absolutely fine. So God bless for that. Jalen, $5 on Patreon. Hey Jalen, appreciate you, mate. Thanks so much, guys. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Jalen. Just subscribed at $5 a month on Patreon, helping to support my ongoing mental anguish from the world's most lame rear ending. Let's update that number. Thanks so much, Jalen. Appreciate you, mate. That's great. Shout out to the hitch. Seriously, that hitch was... I've been thinking about taking it off for a good long time. I'm glad I didn't. John, I look at your ministry like this. I sow into it because it's what I'm getting fed, not the word per se. I enjoy your content and you like your ministry, so I want to support it. I don't look at it like buying your content. I'm supporting your ministry. Yeah, Chad, that's what I want this to be. Like, I feel like most people that support me on Patreon are there to just get content. Not most, maybe half are there to just get content. And I don't like, while I appreciate it, I love that you guys are using my content and want to get it for a good price. That's why I offer it. Like, I kind of want people just to set an amount and forget it, like to just support the ministry going forward, you know? That's sort of what I'd prefer. And that's what that's the kind of community that I want to build. And I think I'm always going to be grateful to those that just kind of want my multi-tracks, and that's awesome. That's why I offer them. But, you know, the ability to just kind of have a chatting stream like we're doing tonight instead of having an agenda and this kind of thing, but to put that across my whole channel would be really nice. Amen. Yeah, absolutely. Chad, you're very wise there. It's I wish more people saw it that way. I like these chatting streams. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it, mate. Good one, Nat. I'm sure it's nice to see other people's faces. Wait, did I miss something, Nat? Considering I'm not allowed community interaction, this is great. That's right. You're still locked down, right, Nat? Oh, Australia. Gotta love it. Whoa, wow, there's 13 people in here right now. Hey guys, if you haven't said hi and you're watching in the chat, please say hi. I got rear-ended tonight. It'd be very, very nice if you could say hi. Say hi to me. And then pour into my ongoing mental anguish from my accident and Patreon or subscribing to the channel. That'd be really nice. Or maybe a super chat. I might play you guys a song. If someone gives me a super chat, I might play you a song. I've got my piano hooked up. See? That's a great shout out to the Hitch. Yeah, we got some hearts for Jalen. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks, Jalen. Yes, Ian, that's right. I did, mate. I did. It wasn't a big deal. I'm sure you just heard the story. It wasn't a big deal. But had to get the cops out there and all that kind of good stuff. Always fun. I had a Zoom meeting today with a client yesterday, and it's the first time I dressed myself properly since the lockdown. Oh, man. Now, I saw something on TikTok the other day. It was, if you buy black pajamas, like black flowy pajamas, you don't need to get changed for work. You can just rock up because it looks like business cash. I'm not the kind to follow the lockdown rules. Chad, no one in Indiana was. Let's be honest. Indiana's not the one to follow is not the place to follow government rules. Yeah, definitely not. Oh man, but yeah, it's been a crazy week, guys. Been a crazy few weeks. I'm sorry there hasn't been a whole lot coming from the channel, but like I mentioned before, it's been a creatively dry period, unfortunately. You gotta deal with that sometimes. I gotta do some online shopping. I've actually bought a few things for the studio this week that I'm excited about. So in this space, I've actually got a little, I'm in a basement. I got a little window here. I'm getting some acoustic foam to cover that up so I can get some nice shots of the video. But I also changed where the lights are. You may notice it looks a little different at the back, like how it's lit. That's because I changed the lights and how they point. I think it gives you much better coverage. I've also got some light coming on the top of my head, which is nice. Like some nice pink light there. But the other big thing I'm getting is a stand-up desk. One of those electronic raising desks to put my desktop on, which is going to be a blast. Looking forward to that, because one of my frustrations when I record tracks is when I do guitars, I usually record guitars standing up, just because that's how I'm used to playing them. And I've always got to do this kind of awkward bend down to... It's just not comfortable, so I'm gonna like being able to raise up my desk, so that's exciting. Not that kind either when it comes to lockdown rules. I posted a song you should cover. Maybe worth a listen on here. Chad, is it an official version or an actual cover of a song? Because if it's an official version, YouTube don't like that. YouTube is very mean when it comes to me playing people's songs. They'll probably take this down. But do you guys have a standing desk? Do you like it? Yo, Mark. Where are you watching from, Mark? Good to see you in the chat. Song requests. What do we got? Ooh, Third Day. I'm not sure I'm too familiar with that song. Yeah, it's not a cover. So, for those that are somewhat fresh to my channel, YouTube and me have a lot of issues to work out. We have they won't listen to me. I try to talk to them all the time about copyright stuff and how what I do is fair use, and they won't listen to me. And they actually put a strike on my channel a warning, which limited my channel in a lot of ways. And that warning was because we used to do streams about a year ago where I would listen to your guys' requests of songs. I'd pull them up, I'd listen to them, we'd check them out, I'd review them with how they would be to cover, like cool things I'm hearing in those songs that don't do this for a living may not notice. And YouTube, took down those streams. They didn't like them. So I can't play, I can, but I won't play actual like pre-recorded proper like releases of music because YouTube does not like that. So, but once I hit 100,000 subs, which is what this number, wait, where are we? There is for, I will get a YouTube representative assigned to me and they will have to talk to me. Until then, I have merch that picks on them and teases them and profits off it. So if you guys could go to the, I wish I could show you, but I can't because my PC is being annoying right now. But if you go to the Worship Portal YouTube channel, you'll see a store button and you'll see a new collection, the Fair Use collection on there, which makes fun of YouTube and profits off it. So go support the channel and get some cool merch. That'll be fun. I was also planning on unveiling the new merch tonight because we got even more merch that's new. And that's the Compression collection. And I wish I could show you what it looks like, but I can't. Because my PC's input isn't working. That's always fun. Do you plan on talking to them once you reach 100,000? Yes, I definitely do. Do you have any big worship gigs at your church coming up? I don't think we have any like worship nights or anything coming up soon. Does Worship Portal merch count as work clothes on tax purposes? Do you mean for me or for you, Nat? Because anything I put toward, like any merch I buy, you better believe I'm putting it on tax. If Nate is still in the chat, he can confirm that for me. But you better believe I'm claiming that as a work expense. But yeah, I'm not sure it would count for you. Unless I brought you, well, that's interesting. You're my mod. You're kind of on staff here. I don't pay you, but you're kind of on staff. for your meetings? I don't think it would count for your meetings, Nat. Yeah, I don't think it would count for your meetings. I don't know. Australian tax might be different. Who knows? Oh, man. All right, guys. What we're going to do is that's going to be it for me tonight. I usually stream until about 10 o'clock, but because I was an hour late, gave you a little bit of extra time. Because I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this just chatting stream. I've never really done one of these with no agenda before, but I really appreciate it. With all the issues that we had today with the accident and with a few other things that happened, I just wanted to see you guys. I missed you. And like I mentioned, the dry creativity from my side over the past few weeks, I just wanted to be in the community again. So I really appreciate you being here, chatting to me, letting me know what's going on in your lives, lifting me up a little bit. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But until next Monday, and until hopefully I can get my PC fixed, that's going to be it from me. Hopefully we'll get the next song out in the next week or two. Looking forward to seeing what you guys think about it. And I appreciate it, guys. If you could go follow me on all the good stuff, and on Instagram and Twitch and Twitter and all that kind of stuff, that'd be great. I'm gonna throw my Discord link in the chat. Nope, I can't. Give me 1 second. I will in a second. Man, my Stream Deck is really annoying me recently. I'm not leaving without putting that link in the chat. Here we go. Here we go. I found a workaround. It's annoying, but I found it. Go join me on Discord, guys. And also support me on Patreon. That's the best way to support the channel going forward. It's going to allow me to be as creative as I can be, but also hopefully eventually, you know, maybe I can go full time, do more stuff for you guys. That'd be really great. I'd look forward to it. Portalbot. Yeah, I told Portalbot here to do it. Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love tonight. I really appreciate you all so much. You guys have meant more to me than I could ever